Were you the last person in the room? Yes. And you feel comfortable? I do.
Amen. Thank you all, and thank you all for remembering them.
Honoring our heroes. That was J.D. Vance today speaking in Pennsylvania, a battleground state there. He is someone who has also served our country, and he's remembering the heroes that lost their lives at Abbey Gate. 3 years since the botched withdrawal of Afghanistan. Kamala Harris trying to rewrite history, but she owns this just as much as Joe Biden. Pleased to bring in our panel right now to discuss this. Executive Director at Polaris National Security, former State Department Special Advisor on Iran, Gabriel Nerona, and also retired Lieutenant Colonel of the U.S. Army in 2020 Trump campaign National Security Advisor Tony Shaffer. Gentlemen, welcome in.
Hey, Bianca. Good to be here.
Thanks. You know, I look at someone like J.D. Vance, who I got to sit down with at the border, someone who understands not only what it's like to serve our country honorably, unlike Waltz, but also the gravity of how we have to have a strong leader here in the West, or everything goes the way it's gone under Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. Tony, first to you militarily. They want to pretend that this was something that is not happening on their watch. She will dodge cameras left and right, but we all know she owns this.
And to your point, Bianca, we all feel the pain who served and tried to give our best effort to help secure a free future for the people of Afghanistan, so especially the women. All the work we did to help create conditions favorable to women and women's liberation, gone because of Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. Think about that. Think about the hypocrisy.
I do think, it is hypocrisy.
Kamala actually said she was the last person in the room with Joe Biden.
Well, we have that. Let's play that soundbite. Yeah, let's play that just so we can refresh everyone's memory. These are her own words here.
Were you the last person in the room? Yes. And you feel comfortable? I do.
Taxpayer money still going over in the hands of the Taliban. They are stoning women, Gabriel. This is a regime. There's a resurgence of ISIS. All of this under Joe Biden. And, you know, what is your biggest concern as you see the press sort of hands off, letting Kamala Harris just go with vibes next week, as the world, as Tony just said, completely unraveling and devolving because of this particular moment as well, that sort of was the inflection point?
Right.
You know, what I'm really concerned about is that the public doesn't understand the immense national security risks that are incumbent if Kamala Harris wins. We're not talking just about we don't like her personality. We're talking about a commander-in-chief who would be making life or death decisions that will determine whether there's another terrorist attack on American soil, whether women and children around the world have the ability to be educated, to show their face in public. These are not inconsequential decisions. What we know is that the Biden-Harris administration, no one has been fired for Afghanistan. No one's been fired for losing Ukraine and its borders to Russia. No one's been fired when a SecDef went missing for a week. But 8,000 people were fired for not taking a COVID vaccine.
And a sign of, you know, this is what you left behind. And, you know, we're seeing a resurgence of, you know, ISIS. There's concerns about now there's this Jordanian arrested explosive threats and attacks on an energy facility. All of this under Joe Biden on his watch, but also on Kamala Harris's watch. As they try to rewrite a little bit of history as to what we've been talking about, do you think that there ever will be any accountability for what this failure really meant and what it triggered around the world?
Well, I hope there is, because the decision to withdraw from Afghanistan by the U.S. and NATO, I think, was a catastrophic mistake for the United States, endangering our national security. Certainly, the execution of the withdrawal was very, very poor, no doubt about it. You've mentioned the 13 service members who were killed at Abbey Gate, many more put at risk. But right now, I'm worried that the return of foreign terrorist fighters to Afghanistan, which was entirely predictable and was predicted by a lot of people, whether it be ISIS-K or Al-Qaeda, are already showing the capability of conducting terrorist attacks in remote places, but started from Afghanistan. And it's very likely that they're on the way to the United States if they're not already here.